Hello! Today's Tales from the Shed. I'm fitting a dongle. Bear with me. This is the dongle I'm fitting. It's a side stand switch dongle. Now, let me put this away. Why am I fitting a side stand switch dongle? Right, if you do wild off-roading, adventure riding, whatever you want to call it, like I do, there's a very high possibility at some point you will damage the side stand switch. There's a switch on your side stander. When you put the side stand down, if the engine's running and it's in gear, the engine cuts out. It also won't allow you to start the bike in gear. However, if that switch gets damaged while you're off-road, for example, you can't start the bike. Absolute pain in the proverbial. Now, with the KTM, you can get the dongle, which plugs in, which I've discovered is a bit more work than I thought it was. Or you can get a relocation bracket, which is probably the easier way. Anyway, I'm doing the dongle, which has turned out to be a bit more work than I thought. I shall show you. Alrighty then. Excuse the lighting, I've got not a lot of lighting in this shed. Yep, I've had to dismantle the bike. Fuel tanks had to come off. Can you see that little white plug up in there? Right up in there. Yeah, that's the side stand switch. That's where I've got to plug it into, this dongle. All good fun. But while I'm here, so I'd show you on this side. This one here. Don't know if the camera will pick it up. That is the evap system dongle. Now, let me get this camera back into a sensible position. Now, when I had the 18,000 mile service done, valve clearances, all that crap, fuel tank had to come off. So while I was at it, I removed the evap system. The evap system is an emission system. As I explained before, it's a carbon canister which basically filters all the emissions from the engine, the overflows, breathers, etc. back into your system. There's a small possibility, according to the research I did, that the carbon filter inside may break down over a period of time, putting particles of carbon filter into your fuel injection system, knackering your fuel injection system. So to bypass it, you buy a dongle, a couple of little bits and bobs, and you take off the canister and all the pipe work that's hidden up under the fuel tank and that. It reduces a bit of weight and just makes me feel happy. So there we go. Did that, and that was the dongle I had to plug in. So next bit, trace this wiring, unplug that dongle, plug the new one in. I've got to put the fuel tank back on temporarily, just to run the bike to make sure that it still runs and this dongle thingy works. There's no warning lights on the dash. I'm not going to show you that bit. I'll show you what happens in a wee bit. Oh, while I'm here, you won't be able to see it, but in there is my K&N air filter. I'll get back to you in a minute. Alrighty then, we're done. Excuse me, dongle's plugged in. I did not remove the side stand switch or its wiring because it's an absolute pain to get at, and if ever has to go back on, it'd be a bloody nightmare. Right, let me just show you now. Right, you ready for this? Ignition on. Clutch in. Right, stand down. Right, stand up. There we go, folks. Side stand switch dongle installed and up and running. Word of warning, if you do this to your bike, remember, you try starting it in gear, when it's on the side stand, it will start. It will lurch forward. It will cause damage. So, I'm going to have a cup of coffee, then I'm going to finish bolting all this back together. Right, folks, hope you enjoyed that. Another Tales from the Shed. Any more work I shall let you know as I go along, and probably film bits and pieces just for the fun of it. In the meantime, folks, whatever you're doing, please be safe, ride safe and have fun. Doodles!